Hey everybody! Hello! It's me, Briggsell, doing another video. Vlog of the week. We are on Monday, the end of Monday. I had a tough day today. Had a couple of tough days last week as well. And when I refer to them being tough, I mean physically rather than mentally. A lot of moving stuff around, a lot of building new computers, a lot of taking old computers out, and basically a lot of moving about. About 31 computers went in, 31 came out. So in all, 62 computers with monitors and keyboards and mouses, moose, a lot of cabling, just generally very tough on the old body, especially when you're not really used to doing so much in such a short space of time. And I'm quite amazed at how my body's kind of recovered and reacted to the tough days. Very pleased. A little bit stiff here and there, generally, but they're all right. Not much has really happened in regards to anything else. I've just worked. I got paid. I like getting paid because it's nice, because I felt like this month in particular I've earned quite not a substantial amount of money, but a lot of money compared to previous months, obviously, because with a new job I'm getting paid quite nicely. I'm not going to go into any details about how much and all that sort of stuff, because that's kind of very personal, so I'm not going to go into it. I'm just going to say I got paid. I'm very happy. A lot of things are going okay at the moment. The weather's decent until today, where it absolutely pissed it down, especially when I was trying to walk home, which wasn't very nice, but we got out of the way. It was refreshing. It was like a cold shower in after you'd been doing a lot of heavy stuff. So, in regards to stuff that's coming up, not much is coming up either. I'm going to be working. That's all I'm doing at the moment. It seems quite silly actually, because probably like a month ago, about 6-8 weeks ago, I was doing 2 days a week, not very much at all, just a lot of free time playing games and stuff. And now that I'm working 4 to 5 days a week instead of 2, I'm finding myself having less and less free time, and I'm not liking that fact. I'm actually enjoying the time that I'm having off now, because it kind of means more. I don't know if that makes really any sense, but the time that I have off I now use better, as it were, and I don't feel the same kind of I'm doing nothing, and therefore I'm being very unproductive, as it were. That's probably not even a word, unproductive. But regardless of that, I'm everything's thumbs up at the moment. No complaints anywhere. Things that I've been doing that are of note. I've been, instead of really playing much, although there are games out at the moment these days that I have played, especially over the weekend. I've been watching a live stream about speedrunning. Speedrunning is where someone attempts to run through a game from start to finish in the quickest time possible. Now, these people are people who spent a lot of time playing this game and know the game inside and out, and they know glitches and they know hacks and they know all this kind of stuff that allows them to get through a game a lot quicker than any normal person would. For instance, someone did a GoldenEye run in like an hour and 10 minutes or something stupid. And I remember playing that game on the N64 back in the day, and it took me and my friend hours to get through it. Things like playing Dishonored from start to finish. I think the guy finished it in like 50 minutes or something stupid. There was in fact 2 people running it at the same time, like a race, and they both finished it in under an hour, which I thought was quite amazing. And that was a marathon that was happening this past week. It's finished now, unfortunately, but they were playing all kinds of games, Super Nintendo games and normal Nintendo games, N64s, Genesis, Mega Drive, whatever. However, it's an American thing, so it would have been in Genesis. Master System, all kinds of games. You know, you got Echo the Dolphin, and Super Mario Brothers, and Mario, and I don't know, all kinds, Zeldas, and They did a Final Fantasy VI playthrough as their final kind of run yesterday, and the game is hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and they did it in like 6.5 hours or so, or 7 hours or something crazy like that, when normally it would take you like 24 hours or 30 hours or something silly. So big props to these people, because they were doing this marathon for money, and they were doing it for money to go to a specific donation, a charity as it were. So they raised quite a lot of money. They had a lot of people watching. Not all the people that were watching were regulars. You could obviously tell that because of the fact that Twitch chat was pretty abusive at times, especially towards the people, because they obviously had cameras up showing the people who were playing it and watching it and stuff. And I felt bad for them, in the sense that there was a lot of flack basically for these people who, they're normal people that have a hobby of playing video games and studying a specific video game. Not all of them will study one game in particular, but it warms my heart, as it were, to see people who are not in the same vein of mind as myself, but who love video games enough to spend this sort of time trying to get the fastest time possible in a game. And I think it's brilliant, basically, and I have a lot of respect to them. And who I don't have respect for are the people in the chat, in the Twitch chat, who just basically bitching and moaning and being rather racist and rather homophobic and rather sexist towards anyone who is deemed different. If I was in the crowd, they'd probably do the same thing to me and say things about me. So, that's the internet, though. Can't get around that. I just wanted to, say how pleased I was that I watched quite a lot of it over the past week, and how I enjoyed it a lot. What I'll do is I'll put a link to the stream, so that if you want to go, you can have a look at the past broadcasts, because they've obviously got them all saved. There's roughly 160 hours worth of footage, so if you would like to just literally plonk the first one on and sit through quite a lot of footage of old games and people talking about the old games and how they do what they do and why they do what they do in some cases, then feel free. I'm honestly hoping that that people take note of these people and get the accolades and rewards that they deserve. As far as I'm concerned, they deserve a lot more than what they get. What they get at the moment is like a mixture of light praise and scorn from people. So that's the way it is. Anyway, that's it for what's been happening to me and what I've been doing and stuff this week. We'll go on to the game front now. So if you don't want to listen to me talk about video games, although I've just been talking like for 3 or 4 minutes about video games, please switch off now, I suppose. Press the X button. Anyway, game-wise, obviously new games that have come out. Sniper Elite 3, I've tried to make a video about it. It's been a bit difficult because of some of the capturing issues that I'm having at the moment due to not poor hardware, but kind of my computer's starting to get old now, and it may be time for me to think about changing some aspects of it. Maybe a new graphics card, maybe a new system in itself. We'll see. I haven't even made any decisions about that. Sniper Elite 3, obviously. I'm playing XCOM again. XCOM Enemy Within. Played a few mods. Obviously, I made a video about it if you haven't seen it. Just check my last video. It was there. I've been playing Company of Heroes 2 because the new Company of Heroes 2 kind of add-on pack DLC thing came out, so I've been playing that. It's been rather an interesting few days. Some changes for Company of Heroes 2 which are not so great, I think, but generally the additions of the two new factions or the new sides or armies or whatever, pretty good. I may do a video or two about that, showing you what the hell's changed or what the hell's been added. So anyway, that's it really on the game front. Not much else is going on. Obviously the Steam sale's finished now, so anyone who didn't pick up anything really cheap, obviously it's the way it is. I picked up a couple of things, not very many, 2 or 3 things. What did I pick up? Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. I picked up Divinity Original Sin and the Stanley Parables and Age of Empires 2 HD Edition. That's really, and Crisis. That's it. I mean, I have Crisis already, but somewhere, probably on an Origin account, which I really can't be arsed with. And that's it. That is it. So thank you very much everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know comments, questions, whatever in the comments and stuff below. Otherwise I will see you next week. Goodbyes. Bicycles.